Yo, what's up? What's up, guys? Yo, what up? What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Gomu Gomu No Talk podcast. This is a podcast where we talk all things One Piece, Straw Hat, things related. We're on episode 11, 1136. Just we're on episode
Yep.
36 of the pod. 11, yeah, 1136. We're actually doing one per chapter. Like we're starting from the beginning again.
Yeah.
But
We're
yeah, no,
working
this
our
will
way
be
backwards,
episode 30.
actually.
Yeah, episode 36, man. I think like so every time I open up One Piece, like the One Piece manga on my computer, just to like double check, like just go back on Viz, right, for the official translations, is like it always takes me back to 1142. Was that the first chapter we did?
Um, it's somewhere around the first chapter. I can actually check real quick. Uh, 1143 was our first one, I believe.
Or was 1142 the episode 0?
I don't think we actually reviewed anything for episode 0. Yeah, I our
Yeah.
first official chapter review was 1143. But I think we do have recordings of us going over 1142 like in the vault somewhere,
Yeah.
which that would
And
make
I think we were
sense.
like practicing or some shit.
Dude, I'm
But
pretty sure we
okay.
practiced like we I have like we I made Lyle do like 5 or 6 recordings, which
Yeah.
yeah, it was tough. Those are
Alright.
hard to listen to, but
But I didn't even do the intros, man. Who's
oh yeah.
Lyle? Uh, yeah, I'm your host, Lyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the hosts. As
Yes,
Francisco
sir.
would say that I'm not claiming to be the host. Okay, I'm one of the hosts. All right,
Mm-hmm.
this is me as my other co-host, my partner in crime, my partner in slime. Austin, say what's up, Austin.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back, lads.
Welcome
Let's
back. Yeah, man. So today we've actually got a double episode. Double episode. Can we get a? Can I get a? Wait, hold on. Yep, double episode
Yes.
1140, 1173, and 1174. I'm actually very
Yes.
excited. We like things have been so busy. Okay, we see this every fucking week, every
I
single episode.
know.
Yes, things have been busy.
Lyle's
But
been busy.
Austin's
I've been
Austin's
busy. Yeah. It's been kind of
yeah,
hard.
Austin's work has been getting like I think you're changing, right? Like you're
Yeah,
changing
I'm really
your
going
schedule
on
or
to my
something.
new schedule tomorrow, but that's only going to last a month. So I'm actually not
Yeah,
working terrible nights for an entire month. I'm just doing 3 to 11 for the weekdays pretty much, which
and
is a lot
I know
better
for
than
myself,
12s.
yeah, I know for myself, I'm like I'm either in school Monday to Thursday, and then like
Yeah.
working 12 hours Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like it's pretty bad, boys. But we're gonna we try our best.
Yes.
Mainly on my end, because I think I'm the one that reschedules a lot. Mainly on my end is
Eh,
to try to
happens.
like
I've
make
had
things
to
work.
reschedule a few times, but we make it work. And I'm to be honest, I'm actually kind of glad we waited to do a double episode because I felt like depending on the chapter, sometimes there's just not too much to talk about. I kind of felt that way about our last episode where it was just a pretty decent chapter, like nothing really, new in terms of like lore
Yeah,
or like progression. But I like these double chapters because if one of them is kind of, let's say, like a little bit boring, then hopefully the next one's a little better. But not to spoil anything, but we got some juicy chapters to talk about this episode.
not the spoiler. We're about to get too straight up to the spoiler, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we mentioned before, we are on episode 1170, chapter 1173, 1174. I
Yep.
actually really like these, especially the newest one, 1174, because we're gonna talk about it later on
Hmm.
of how cool these chapters are. Um, I guess we just get started, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get straight into this. 1173, titled Warrior Generation.
Yep.
We always start off with the
Cover art.
cover art. Reader
It's
request Usopp smearing honey onto the tip of his nose to lure in rhinoceros beetles by Hoshiyamiya.
yes.
This is
And
a very weird.
this one's
This is
kind
a
of
very
freaky, dude. I don't know how to
kind
describe it.
of kind of zesty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Yusuf just got, honey dripping off his nose. He's just standing out in the
Look
open.
at the way he's smiling too. Like
Yeah,
he's just
and
like,
then Chopper's just eyeing up that nose, bro, and the honey behind the tree right behind him. And then we got
listen, bro.
what is it? A rhinoceros beetle coming, um, from the side. But this was a little freaky. I don't know if I like it too much.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of this. To be
Yeah,
honest,
I don't know what else
it
to
is. It is pretty
say.
funny. Yeah. There's really nothing else to say. Let's just get into the
Yeah,
chapter, man.
let's just jump right in.
Um. So the what we left off with 1172 was, I Zoro was like, I got a fucking plan,
Yeah,
and they were always, oh my god, what's the plan gonna be?
what's he cooking
I thought it
up?
was like very obvious. It's
uh,
like, okay, Zoro only has like two things he does: either get lost, there's three: get lost, get drunk, or cut things in like pieces.
yes,
So he went for option three here.
yes,
That will actually I get to see. Yeah, pretty like I don't know why everyone's like, oh my god, what is he thinking? No. Um. So we go straight into like the giant pirates, the ones that are being controlled by Don Reverse. Like, yeah, we gotta kill Ja Rule, and Ja Rule was like, oh my god, like what's going on with y'all? And what like what's this plan you speak of, Zoro? And
yeah.
then Zoro's like, listen, like can I have permission to like at least like cut these
Cut the,
motherfuckers in
yeah,
half? Like it's like, you know what? Hajun's like, yeah, you know what? That's a good question. They're members of the crew, but like protecting Ja Rule is our top priority. So that's all Zoro needed to hear. That's his
yeah. I
green
like
light. You know
he
what I'm
just
saying?
they just give him the go right ahead. He's just like, I hear you, and then he just jumps right into action, which I expect nothing less from Zoro than to just start cutting them up. But this genius plan of his, for some reason, I thought he was cooking up something like very elaborate, but the plan was simple. Apparently, it's just jump over them so then he doesn't get what is it, like trapped between them, and just cut them
Yeah.
up. We see him. He uses his technique. It's secret art, crossing the six paths, and he literally just slices them up. And then right after this, he seems to start landing, and it's right next to Dory and Bragi. And before I go on, so Dory is always on the left, right? He's the one with the wide beard, the thicker set guy, and Bragi's the one on the right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, thank you, because I can never remember this, even though we're so many chapters in. And they're about to attack him, but he maneuvers out of the way, and they end up just slashing right into each other. But this ain't a big deal because they're functionally immortal. So unless you're Loki, apparently nothing, you can't do anything to these guys. So they're fine.
I'm. I remember reading from the spoiler before reading this, actually reading
Mhm.
this chapter. I was like, I felt like he had done more damage. The spoilers made it seem like he did a lot more damage than he actually
Yeah,
did. He kind of just gets surprised, like,
I thought the
and just
exact
like
same
that's where he
way.
just went.
He literally just cuts them up, and I assume that they heal because that's just what we've seen
Yeah.
so far from all of them. But apparently, this
Mm,
was his genius plan, which I don't know about you. Were you expecting more?
no,
Okay,
I was not.
like I had low
Um,
expectations. I knew he was gonna cut them up, but I thought he was gonna have like something else to this plan too. But it literally was just to cut them up.
so so we go back to branch Route 8 where we go see Brooke. Remember before we went through the times, not the time skip, the flashback where Brooke has some sort of connection with this
Gunko.
Gunko lady, and we're
Yep.
finally actually get to see like a little bit. We get a little tease. Okay,
Yes.
Oda gave us a little tease of what's going on. So
Mhm.
he's with Gunko, and Brooke's like, oh, I recognize you. You're Princess Shuri. No, that's you. That's you. But like, wait, like, there's no way because he says that like this was a person that he knew from way back there. But obviously,
Yeah.
we know that Gunko is like functionally immortal now, right?
Mhm.
But there's no way that this is the same person. He must be blood relatives. But he said like if she were still alive, she'd be nearly 80 years old.
Yeah.
But that's obvious. I don't know if that's really her, right? Because it's like, because this, but then again, like for some reason, I thought it might not have been her because Gunko's been around since like the Rock's age.
Mhm.
But then I'm like thinking, oh, like that's when also Brooke's been around too. Brooke's been
Yeah,
around like way.
Brooke's been
Was
Brooke was the I've been there, you
Brooke.
know, like I was there
Brooke
at
was
that
on the
time.
Brooke was on the sea when Roger was a rookie,
Yeah,
right? So I guess it does. Yeah, it does
I
match.
think the
This
math
has to be
checks
the
out
same.
here. Yeah, in which
Yeah.
like I think part of being like a holy knight is like either they have like they stop aging or they're aging slower, something along those lines. But
Yeah.
apparently this is Princess Sherry. But I thought I actually this was my favorite part of the chapter because you would think like, oh my god, like he knows her, like he must have this like deep connection towards her or something. And he's just like everything lines up, um physically, like she has the blue hair, your mismatched eyes, even her personality, like her love for music, it's like everything aligns perfectly. And you would think he's just like so happy to see her, and he goes, I never wanted to think of you again for the rest of my life. I'm just like, wait a minute, like what
Yeah,
is
that
there?
shit threw me off.
Yeah, that threw me off because I was just like, wait, does he want to see her? Like, who is this person? And this is followed up by him calling her. He's like, she's a father killing princess. And that the father apparently was someone very important to Brooke. He says, you know, that life that you took like belonged to the man who I owe everything to. And I mean, right after
Mhm.
this, right after he says this, you can see Gunko kind of snaps out of the control from Emu. And Emu mentions this is like, oh, like, is your memories coming back? And she gets a brief second of clarity in which all she can say is just telling Brooke to run as she undoes, her what arrow powers and kind of releases
Yeah.
Brooke. And then we can also see like this
I
goes into the effects of the children who are being led by the arrow. Like the arrow starts to wobble, but it's only for a second
yeah.
as Emu takes control again.
Some people. I remember there's people online that were saying like, Brooke didn't know what happened, and then like that Princess Sherry was actually like innocent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do like think it's like how quickly she is to like when she regains everything, how quickly she is to like help Brooke, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I do think that kind of supports that. There is like some little funny business what's going on. I do like want to like actually really I'm really interested to see
Do you think
how
it's
all
something
that stuff
similar
plays
to
out.
like Loki killing his father?
Shit, maybe.
It could
Do you think
be.
Brooke is a? Do you think Brooke is a holy knight or? Whoa. Do
Oh,
you think Brooke is like a celestial dragon before he became a pirate? Or who
dude, not with that
knows?
hair, bro. I'll tell you
But
that.
I do thought it was really cool. Oh God, I do think it's really like this back and forth, but like between control between Emu and Gunko was like
Mhm.
very sick. And
Yeah.
then like it ends with just Gunko, like, or I guess Emu was like, "Shut thy mouth!
Mhm.
What are thee to Gunko?" Like, it was like
Yeah.
this dude is speaking in like Shakespearean. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And Gunko, we see Gunko and Brook clash, in which, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever seen Brook with a shield. Like how, like, and
Why
I
does he
don't
have a
even.
shield?
Where did he even get this shield from? Like he was wrapped up in
Kind of
bandages. Like
just
this shield literally just appeared out of nowhere, and it's not like this is one of the shields that the giants use. That's just lying on the ground because this is like I don't remember in the beginning of Elbath if he had a shield or not, but he just has this shield apparently on him as he blocks his blow from Gunko. But another thing that I really wanted to point out in this interaction that I thought was like the most interesting part was again right when they meet and he mentions that like how he never wanted to think of her again for the rest of his life. Like you could see in his face for a skeletal face, like it's hard to show any emotions, but you could tell like, bro, he is heated here. I was like very thrown off, especially of what we know of Brooke. He's a very lighthearted character, very comical. A lot of times like comic relief, but this is like one of the very few times I've seen him like super serious. So that
Yeah.
kind of like threw me in for a loop because he looked pissed as soon as he saw her, especially with, kind of what we were teased a few chapters ago. We thought like they had some sort of. First of all, we all thought that that was his daughter, right? Like, did we not? Did everybody on Reddit was just like, bro, this has to be his kid, you know? Especially with the one panel
No,
we saw of them
no.
together, it was just like I mean that the
I feel
theory of
like
her being his kid was like a big thing.
I feel like if Brooke had a kid, we would have known by now, and that's probably something he would have talked about.
Dude,
But
yeah, I mean maybe, but dude, yeah, I was
shit,
just thrown off
shit,
for a
man,
loop
we
here.
we didn't know Luffy had a we didn't know Luffy had a dad, so we
Yeah,
both found out at the
till
same time. You
mad
know what I'm
far
saying?
in,
Like,
you know. We
yeah,
didn't know Garp was his grandpa until like hundreds of chapters, like 100 chapters
yeah.
in. But yeah, so right
But
after this clash, it cuts back to what's it called? The rest of the Straw Hat crew. It's what is it? Usopp, Jinbei, Robin, Nami.
Robin,
We can see
Nami,
they got freed as well, but Robin is still she's still trapped by the thorns. And it kind of goes back to I guess where Saint Killingham is and all the children that are heading towards the ship. I think it's on the
don't you
southwest
mean don't
side
you
of the
mean don't you
island.
mean St. Summers
St. Summers, I mean.
or you talking about St. Kelly?
Oh no, it is
Yeah,
St. Summers, yeah. Dude, I messed up. Just know on all of my notes, I kept calling him Saint Killingham for some reason. But
yeah.
yeah, so we see that
No.
Summers is still going through his plan. He's just sitting there enjoying, just watching the show pretty much. Like he doesn't have to do
Saint
anything.
Summers, we've realized that Saint Summers is a sadistic fuck. That
Yes.
if One Piece was in real life, Saint Summers might be on the Epstein list.
Oh,
Okay,
100%.
because look at the shit, dude. Like from this chapter and this next, especially the next chapter, this
Yeah.
motherfucker is crazy. So like the way he's just like, oh look, guys, like he's like with the kids, right? Like, and they're going through the plan whether they're going to end up going to the ship and saying, oh look over there, look, it's a poorest ship. Take a good last look at your motherland because it's the last time you're gonna see it. And it's just like, wow, like, this guy is like a sick fuck, man. And then like as they're going there, um, we see like the what's it called? They call them the sleep tids, just going ballistic,
Mhm.
right? And then kind of just going crazy, like kind of going against their plan, right?
Yeah.
Because he ends up like with the Nika Steep Tit ends up just like breaking part of the ground, which I guess like separated some of the arrow or the shrub or the thorns
Mhm.
going around. Um, we also see like as the Nika like that Nika is so weird to me because I like the beard is like
Yeah,
kind of
the
just
beard
throws me
throws me
off.
off to be
You see that?
honest. I
Because I
agree.
remember when I was reading, like, who the fuck is this guy? Then like, then we see like when the Nika talks to the kids and shit, we see like the it's like the new giant pirates, or like the teachers were just like
Yeah, the
going crazy, just like
pretty
so,
much
oh
the
we're the new
parents, all the family members, which a lot of them are part of the New Giant Pirates, but they finally pull up too.
oh my god, yeah. And then we see a new giant pirates. I forgot their names. I know like one of those Goldberg. I know one of them is Road. I forgot the chick's
The
name.
Nami look-alike,
Uh,
you know?
The Nami Vivi look like
Yeah.
they're like they go through their own Sagoku.
Yep.
I just feel like a weeb saying that. Goes Sagoku like sovereignty and
Yeah.
goes crazy, just fucking destroying the ship along with like the Nika sleep tid. And then
Yeah.
fucking Summers' face at the end, like holy shit. Oh
Well,
boy.
well, I think what happens
How
here
did
is
I get into this situation?
yeah, what happens here is they shoot this, the sovereignty right through the Nika, and the Nika falls back, and it's about to fall on Saint Summers, but Saint Summers just like, hey, like he calls them out. He's like, are you trying to fly me? And he knocks the Nika away so it doesn't fall on him. But when he knocks the Nika away, he knocks it right towards the ship. So
Oh
basically,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Summers fucked up the ship, and now the entire plan is ruined. And you can see this because the chapter ends with him just going, "Oh shoot," literally, and he's just like, "Oh, I messed up." Like,
Literally. Literally. Oh, man, man, Summers is a fucking dog, dude. Like it's like he's such
yeah,
a hateable character, like now, but it's like I still think that dude's funny as fuck. Like
yeah.
he's
He's
such a
like
dude.
he sways from being very hateable to just being really funny. Like literally, even in this chapter, he just bounces back and forth. But that was a pretty solid chapter, I would say. I
Are we
I
gonna do the ratings at the end, or are we
Ooh. Let's
gonna?
just do a quick rating of this chapter real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then go to the
All right,
next. Yeah.
I'll
Well,
go 6.5.
okay. I gave this to honestly, I gave this an 8. I really like this chapter. I think the reason why I like
Mm,
this chapter so much was this interaction between Brooke and Gunko. I think first of all, like we actually until Elbath, I didn't realize we actually don't know much about Brooke's past at all, right?
no,
Especially because he's been alive for a very long time, but we actually don't know much about him besides like when he was lost in Thriller Bark. So seeing this, it made me like really intrigued about like his past, especially about like his relationship with Gunko and her father, who apparently like he owes his life to, you know. So I think we're gonna get to see eventually a Brooke flashback, and then also see like exactly what their relationship is. Because you gotta remember, dude, Brooke is that guy, dude. He's been on the seas longer than like since Roger was a rookie, so he's seen everything at
yeah,
this point, pretty much. But
yeah.
yeah,
So like,
this was something I didn't expect. Was him switching
so,
up on Gunko.
so the reason why like I dogged some points, like, because I
Mhm,
completely agree. Like, there's a lot of cool things in the story. Like a lot, like for first, what you mentioned is the Brook Gunko like kind of reveal,
mhm.
but I also thought like the Sengoku like with the new giant pirates sovereignty was actually pretty fucking sick, and I
Yeah,
love
that was
when Oda
nice.
kind of just goes crazy with his drawings, and to me
Mhm,
that's like he's kind of getting go crazy like
yeah.
towards the bottom right panel. Um, I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty cool. I also think the clash, like the shut thy mouth thing.
Mhm,
Like I always like those still frame, not still frame, like those still images of those people fighting because we don't,
yeah.
I thought that was pretty sick. But to me, like what really ruins this chapter is how disappointed I was with Zoro's plan because
Yes.
I don't know why I was
Yes.
expecting so much, and I think a
I
lot of people
completely
who were
agree.
going into this. A lot of people who were going into this chapter were so excited to be like, "Oh my god! Like, we have a
He's cooking.
I got a plan. I
Yeah.
got a
Let
plan.
him
Like what's it
cook.
called? It's cliffhanger, and it just ends with it just starts with him just being a dumbass,
Yeah.
and it's just like oh,
That to me was actually the worst part
the,
of this chapter as well. It was just like I mean, maybe my expectations were a little too high. I thought he was about to cook up something elaborate, something we didn't see coming. But no, I think we saw this coming from a mile away. like, but I thought the rest of the chapter really helped save it, and that's why I gave it such a high rating.
yeah. So let's get
So
into
yeah, let's go right into the
1174.
next. Yep. Let's see.
Um, this is titled "The Strongest Thing in the World." Um, strongest thing in the world, and we coincidentally get the strongest boy in the world. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying, Mr. Mustachio Man himself. This
Yes.
is the goat Roger, goat D
Mhm.
Roger. Reader requests Roger going on a walk with a Tyrannosaurus. He tamed like a puppy. That's a bit. Roger's big as hell.
yeah.
Let's not we forget that he is 10 foot tall.
Yeah. This guy is huge. he is
Yeah,
definitely a
that's
unit.
like
But this is a cute. I like this cover art. The Tyrannosaurus is also wearing his hat as well in this cover art.
yeah.
Really nice, really simple. But let's get into this. So again, chapter starts off where we left off in the last one, and that's basically Summer just explained the situation about how bad he messed up. He lost multiple things. He lost the ship. The ship is ruined. The sea cloud that was beneath the ship is completely gone. So now it's a cliff that the kids are walking towards too. Um, and he can't get a hold of Gunko to stop the kids because Emu's controlling Gunko. And so now they can't even use these kids as hostage. Well, I guess yeah, they can't really take these kids as hostages if they all die. So that's kind of like where he's at now. but it's like towards the end, like while he's explaining this and like realizing how bad he ruined it, he realizes that all these parents and all these family members of the children are about to watch the kids just walk to their death, and you could just see him just smile, and he's just like, wait,
He's a sick fuck.
yeah, like maybe this isn't so bad, and we could tell he loves watching people suffer, and he's just loving this now, like this terrible situation. We could see like to him, he's like, maybe this isn't so bad. This is actually like perfect, you know. And I like
I
this.
love
There's
that.
like a panel of Saint Killingham reacting to this, and he's just like, "Bro, what did you do? Like, we had one goal here, and that's to take the kids as hostages. Like, what are you doing?"
The funniest thing about this is like he just like I don't know if this is just him being sadistic or I think this is just full blown cope. Like he
Yeah,
knows he fucked up, but this
yeah.
might just be like, well, I'm gonna look at the bright side of this, you know.
Mhm.
Like maybe I can turn a negative into positive type of
He
shit.
might just be
Nah, like
very
this might be
optimistic, you know. Like, look at the
yeah,
bright
like maybe
side.
he's just like, well, look at the bright side. We get to see parents like suffer for their kids. That'd be pretty
Mhm.
cool. I
Yeah,
love the announcement he made, like like it just of just him announcing everything that's going on. Like, oh, there's no, I'm afraid there's nothing you can do, guys. Like, come on, like, do something about it, please.
mhm.
Like, this guy's a fucking freak, man. And then Nick Saint Cunningham's fucking reaction's funny as hell. And I love that, like, when you still see his fucking stupid ass face on the next
Yeah,
page too.
just smiling
Oh my
away.
but it's super sad that like these next few like pages we get to see like the parents, the grandparents. I guess yeah, many of the parents is like just suffering to like to try to get like the arrows out. Like, we
Mm.
see one of their hands are Grandpa Oimo. Um, his
Yeah,
fucking hands are getting all bloodied and shit.
yeah,
And then like it's like all we could do is watch these like children just plummet before our eyes. It's actually really fucked up.
yeah,
Um, and like I was seeing all the kids just like go like crazy is sad. It's like there's like I'll be a good girl, like help us please. And then Summer's just smiling, that stupid ass
yeah.
smile he has.
The despair sets
Like
into the kids, and it goes through like a whole page of just, I guess, like flashbacks for like each of the individual kids and their like, I guess, like their regrets towards their parents or family members. We see each one talking to like, it's either like their parents about something bad they did, or like how, well, I think one of them was like they did bad in school and they kind of regret like, you know how they were like talking to their parents and stuff. But they're just starting
that's
to regret
sad,
things
man.
as they're about to walk to their death. But we see, who is it? The Who's the child of Ripley and Gabon? I believe it is Colin. Yes, Colin's leading the kids, and he's about to hit the edge. And we see Ripley just appear right in front of him, arms wide open, and she just embraces him as she gets stabbed, through with the thorns. And he's just like, oh, like, get away, like, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna die. And she basically just tells him that, I will not let you die alone. And she hugs him, and they fall off, and we see all the other parents do the same. They just embrace their kid and start falling towards their death. And bro, Saint Summers, bro, this guy is just laughing. He's like crying, laughing, just like loving this,
Yeah,
And then one
he
of the
is
kids
having a
literally
fucking
just goes, "Don't worry, everyone. I'm sure we'll turn out just fine." As they start falling
yeah.
off this cliff. Like,
That was the kid with the fucking he said that same shit too.
yeah.
Oh my god, this is actually fucking insane, and it's just like it's crazy. Like as this is all is happening, right? Like everyone has their own little moment. Like it's just like pages, like a few pages of just straight up flashbacks, regrets, like you said. We see like the parents coming out, even the one that's not even a parent, like missing like a teacher. It's like I'll be like, oh, dude, it's like no.
Yo. Yeah.
And then like we just see Summer's like yeah, ha, 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 ha.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but they're like going crazy. It's just yeah, no man, it's actually like fucking. I think it's just so funny. Like stupid mothers, stupid fathers, Mars alone, like, and it's just like the whole time it's just fucking Summer's just
Laughing
going
away,
sicko mode, just watching this
yeah.
shit. I did this shit in the anime is actually gonna be so fucking fire. It's gonna be so
Mm.
funny.
Oh yeah.
And then the next page we finally like oh man, I actually had no idea what the hell like this was for a second until I
Yeah.
saw the eyes and say, oh okay,
Mhm.
okay, this
So
has to be
yeah,
him.
we see that all the kids and the parents, they fall onto what seems to be a hill, or like, to me it looks like a hill, and it looks like there's like mountains in the background, you know, and they just like, it's like thud, they hit and they kind of bounce a little bit, you know, and they're just like, where are we? But and obviously Colin's just like, I don't know, but everyone's alive. So, and we can see right here, it is my boy Loki and Luffy, bro. And we see Loki's eyes, and this confirmed it, you know. It's almost like, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Like maybe something like a serpent, but like a dragon. And we can see the shape of his body's kind of like I guess basically a dragon, right? Here.
Yeah.
And you know, and also not only is like, um, you know, is he fucking massive, because we can see that they landed on him, and it's like they look like ants on a body. But we also see that the environment around them has changed. Like it started snowing, and it started thundering. And then also in this scene, Luffy here is already in Gear 5. So then you also, this is gonna go crazy into anime, because then you can also hear the drums in the background, you know. Um,
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
And Loki here just tells them, you know, okay, listen up, guys. When we're up there, you guys need to get off of me, because it will prevent me from fighting. And he calls himself, I thought this was really interesting. He's like, he calls himself a destroyer. And he says, I won't guarantee that anyone survives. Which, dude, this is my boy. You know, this is my boy. Every time Loki's in a chapter, it's actually such a good chapter. But we can see that, you know, in this next scene, that Loki finally makes it to the rest of Elbath, and he comes in hot, bro. This last panel goes ridiculous. Like everyone needs to see
Oh
this
my god.
panel, because he comes in and literally just blows through all of these nightmares. And you got to think in perspective, like these nightmares are massive.
Okay. I have one problem with
Mm-hmm.
this fucking panel is Luffy looks so goofy on top of it. Like it looks like he's photoshopped into it. Doesn't
Him
he? Doesn't
and
it
this
look like he's
goddamn
like
squirrel, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They look so out of place, but I know exactly what you
but it,
mean. He does look like he just got photoshopped into this picture.
look up generic like Gear 5 pose and then just plop him in.
Oh yeah.
Oh my man. Another hey, listen, boys, as another mythical Zoan, you know what I'm saying? It's another mythical Zoan. And it's like, what are we like with this form, man, I feel like a lot of things like we can like think about now too. Is like what does this like hybrid form look like?
Mhm.
What exactly is this power? Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's like Nidhogg fruit, right?
Oh
Dragon
yeah.
Dragon
This is,
Nidhogg fruit.
it's basically been like pretty much confirmed here from what we're seeing, you know? This guy's a
Yeah.
massive dragon, bro. Eh,
So
oh
sick. And it controls the weather, controls
yeah.
like the blizzard and the fucking thunder. Oh my god, it's like
Yes.
actually so sick. I
So
thought
so
this
that's
panel
one
was
thing I
so
wanted to
cool.
bring up too, was so obviously it's snowing and it's thundering. So this is from his devil fruit, right?
Yeah.
Because I know I brought it up. I believe it was like maybe like 3 chapters ago when he went in with Ragnar, and I forgot when he was fighting the one skeleton and he like completely froze it. We had questions of whether it was him or Ragnar,
Yeah.
that like did the freezing. But I feel like here it kind of hints at this being just Loki's devil fruit has the combination of both the thunder as well as ice or like snow. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But we can
Man,
see,
you
yeah.
know, what's one thing I wonder is like, how does like Ratatoskr also like fight?
That's what
Like, how does the
I'm.
squirrel fight along with the dragon, dude? What if like
Yeah,
he like holds the fucking hammer with his with his
dude.
mouth? Some
Yeah,
stupid shit.
I'm very curious because yeah, where does this squirrel play into this big ass dragon? Like,
Also, how does Kaido say like hockey reigns supreme if we got motherfuckers moving around like this? Dude? Oh my
yeah, I
god.
don't know, but this reveal, I mean, what can I say besides absolute cinema? To be honest, I wasn't expecting it so soon. Like, I didn't think we'd get it. Like, I think we talked about it 2 chapters ago. It's like, oh, do you think over or under 3 chapters? And I think we got it in less than 3 chapters or on the third chapter. The Loki
Yeah, the
Devil
line
Fruit
was right.
reveal.
The line was right.
Yeah.
We also like I also thought like since like a lot of these chapters like a lot of this chapter has like a lot of this whole arc has just been like about like prophecies and shit,
Hmm.
right? And I do think like the whole Ja Rule like
Dude.
saying like oh like in a day exceedingly rare day where lightning is still combined, a vast beast will blanket the sky with his presence, and with the sound of Joe's liberation, the sun god will appear.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
was
dude,
fire. I'm surprised that Jabril said this and it wasn't the narrator. But
yeah.
yeah, I thought that line was such a good introduction to Loki and Luffy finally joining the fight. Because honestly, they need it up here.
Yeah, I don't know how Zoro just looks at these two motherfuckers and just being like, "Yo, I got 3 swords, bro.
Bro,
That's the best.
Usopp is
That's
reaching
the
into
best."
his bag and grabbing beans right now, looking at this.
Yeah,
But okay,
it's pretty sick.
let's go into ratings before we talk more about some things in this chapter. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna be giving it the same ratings.
Yeah, man. I thought, dude, I love you. You, I went first last time. You go first.
Dude, this one, honestly, with just how sick this double spread is on the end, I gotta give it a 10 out of 10, dude. This was
Yeah,
actually so good. The anticipation, especially like the lead up right before we see it of Ja Rule's introduction, I was like, oh my god, like, what are we finally gonna be able to see everything? Because it kind of hinted at, we saw a little bit, we saw kind of like the silhouette of his body and his eyes, but seeing the full thing is just a whole different picture. So I gave this one a 10 out of 10. What about you?
10 out of 10 too, man.
Yeah, the
It's
hype.
just
It's just the hype of all of Elbaf was
it,
about seeing this. Pretty much has been leading up to this
it's
point.
it, it's all about the lead up to. It's not even just about the lead up, man. Like we gotta give it up to the whole the whole conflict going on with the parents and the
Mhm.
kids, and fucking State Summer's going crazy, sicko mode, and out of nowhere, that's when like Loki comes in, saves the goddamn fucking thing, man. Oh my god, so cool. I
So
love it.
good.
I love it, man.
And talking
I
about
love
like
it.
build up or like lead ups, bro. This is building up to what's it called? Saint Summers getting like the most deserved ass beating of his life, right? Like these last 2 chapters have just been building up to someone needs to put Summers in his place. And I think they finally appeared at the end of this chapter. Like I'm gonna be so annoyed if they just take the what's it called, the like the summoning circle and just like disappear. Like I need to see at least one of them get their ass beat by the end of Elbath, you know.
Yeah.
But dude, so good. Which is like weird because I normally I take notes for doing these chapters reviews, and I actually took more notes on the previous chapter than I did this chapter because, well, I mean, part of it was just I was just staring at this last spread for so long, just like admiring it before we started recording. But dude, it is just a sight to behold, and if you're listening, like, dude, just go take a look, bro. Just take a look
Yeah.
at this beast.
I I talked about earlier in this episode, how like much I really appreciate when Oda does these like goes on a crazy drawing like
Mhm.
spree,
Yeah,
especially for double panels. Oh my, like this is like I just knew he had so much fun doing this.
yeah.
And it's such a good it mixes like the whole One Piece art of like the goofiness, but also how absurd, how cool it looks, just like
Mhm.
fitting together. And I don't know if it's because of like it has like the I feel like it does have a little goofy shape, right?
Mhm.
But
Dude,
the coloring he
his
does,
tongue sticking out gives it that goofiness. You know what I mean?
I think it's like the tongue, the belly, like you see like
Yeah,
the body of it, right? It's a little
yeah.
like kind of it's a little fat.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like I guess that's
the
how
nose
dragons are
is like
built, though. Like where their
the
neck is kind
nose
of
is
skinny into
so
a wider body.
I
But
feel like the nose being like stout as it is
mhm.
like very like rounded,
Yeah,
makes it like look a little goofy too, like a little cartoony,
yeah.
and but
But
at
then
the
the
same time it's like
eyes, bro. The eyes. He's got some
the
demon
eyes,
eyes, bro. It's so weird
the
because again,
color.
it has that crazy balance of like goofy, but also like so sick. Like the horns, the teeth, the eyes, as well as like I mean, I don't even know how. What do you even? It's not like feathers. Like the shape of like the
The
jaggedness
scales.
of it. Yeah, the scales are just
I
like
don't know if
so
it's
sharp
scales. It
and
might just
jagged.
be
But yeah, it's crazy the contrast that Loki has in this form. But the scenery around him
I
too is crazy. From the sky you can see the thunder, you can see the snow, all the nightmares just getting tossed around. Literally like the skeleton, the draugrs upside down. Like you can see why. Like I didn't understand it at first when Loki described himself as a destroyer, but seeing this panel, I see why he calls himself a destroyer because literally everything around him is just getting wrecked.
all right. Um, man, hats off to Yoda. Hats off.
Give it up for Oda.
Uh,
Let's get some claps in
let me,
here.
let me, let me, let me, let me look for the claps. Let me look for the claps.
Yeah, let me see. Give it
What
up.
what is this? Oh, hold on. I like this one. I like this one.
That
Oh
was a
my
good one.
god, that was good. That was good. That was good.
Oh
All
man.
right.
But dude, what can I say besides that was actually ridiculously good? And I don't know, did it say and no break next week, right?
No
We,
break.
we got
No, no, there
another
is a break. There's a
chapter?
break. There's a break.
Or is there is
There
a
is a break.
break? Oh god.
Yeah, there is a break.
So
Sadly,
we got a break next week. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, after seeing this, dude, give the man a break, give him a week, give him 2 weeks, let him cook, cause this he deserves it after seeing this. Yeah, so good, bro. But that's
okay.
like, I
That
guess, is there anything
that's
else you
it.
wanted to bring up like in this chapter?
Um,
It wasn't really, like like lore wise. Besides seeing, finally seeing Loki's form, there wasn't really much. It was more so just
I'd
seeing the
say
rest of the kids and Summers.
I say we can talk about like what we want to see.
Yes, or what we think is gonna happen next, right?
What I want to see. I think the next chapter is gonna be. I hope we don't go away from the dragon, dude. I wanna see more of the dragon, and
Okay.
and I'm gonna scope and say that I think we're gonna see it.
Mhm.
I want to see more of its powers and what it can do, and I also
Yes.
want to see Summers get fucked up.
Okay. I'm
Um,
glad we're on the same page.
But I want to see. I really want to see how all how all the King Nidhogg the Nidhogg fucking fruit comes. And you know what I
Mhm.
think's gonna happen? I do think this is gonna happen where it's like these guys get fucked up and just run away.
Yes, I agree.
Like
I think they're
Emu
just gonna
realizes
take
he
the
can't
summoning
lose.
circle and dip. You know, I think Emu's gonna see
Emu,
Loki and just be like, I think it's time to head out.
yeah, it's Chi Chi's chat.
So my prediction is either we're gonna see Loki and Luffy fuck up Summers, or it's gonna go more into the Brook and Gunko backstory. That's where I'm kind of at right now. Is that I could see it
Yeah.
going both ways, or it could be a little bit of both. You know, seeing Loki kind of start fighting and then going, you know, between Brooke and Gunko and their fight. Because you know, the last time we saw them, they began to clash. I guess in that case, it was like Emu and Brooke, but I could definitely see, you know, as Brooke is fighting Gunko, like the memories coming back to him, and as well as to Gunko, and us kind of getting that Brooke backstory. But I want to see Loki fight, bro. I
Yeah.
also want to see this goddamn squirrel in action. Because we still don't know what it does, right?
It's just juiced up, bro.
Like that
It's just the juice.
is it the hammer? Is it the squirrel? Like I have no clue at this point.
Uh, this is when we look up what Tusker does in the mythology.
Yeah.
Like what are his it's a playable character in Smite.
Really?
All it does is like it's thing isn't even okay. What is okay? You know what's crazy is it might like we might be revealed what it does
Mhm.
based off the Smite abilities.
Smite.
I feel like
Yeah.
because I feel like Smite does a good job of trying to like
Yes, yes,
like find
yes.
out what it does.
Yeah, what does it
I'm
do?
gonna I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay.
Okay.
And
This is gonna be the
while you're
live
doing
theory
that,
building.
yeah, let's see. Let's go into this. This is coming from Smite. Shout out to Nick, bro. This Smite
Shout out to
legend.
Nick.
Okay, yeah, let me see this.
So this is a dash.
Bro,
But you see, it's like a lightning based. It's a lightning
yeah,
based
it's a
dash.
lightning based squirrel.
Whoa.
Have you ever
Alrighty.
played Smite?
No.
I think I've played it like one time. Okay, so it's a lightning
Whoa.
based squirrel. So maybe that is where the lightning comes from, is from Ragnar. And yeah, I could definitely see that, right? Bro, if I see this stuff, bro, oh, what? It's called an acorn blast, bro. Okay.
Okay, let's look at
Okay,
this.
this.
Oh, it's going to the tree. That's so cool.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of sick. What is
Let's
the
look at the
passive?
acorn
What's the
of Yasuo.
passive? Dude, this
Spawns
is
with a magical acorn.
bro. What
Oh, it's like
is?
Victor item. It's
Yeah,
Victor. He
yeah.
got
It's like
Victor
Victor,
item.
where he gets specialized like like an acorn that he can upgrade. This is crazy. We might be on
Wait a second.
something.
The acorn. Yeah, this is
So
literally Victor. This is literally
yeah,
melee Victor, dude.
pretty much. Or I guess he like upgrades some of his abilities based on like his what he buys.
Okay, but we do see it is a
What is this
it is
picture, bro?
it,
What is that picture?
it is a lightning based scroll.
Oh my god, bro,
What
this
is
is
this?
killing me.
I just can't do it.
Okay.
All right, all
Well,
right.
also from what I saw when I was looking at the wiki, the One Piece wiki, from what it says about Ragnar, it says that Ragnar is a giant hammer brought to life by a Zoan type devil fruit, which kind of goes back to that conversation we had about like whether it's a squirrel that ate the hammer fruit or the hammer that ate the squirrel fruit, you know? So it
Wait,
seems
so what did
like
it say?
yeah. It said Ragnar is a giant hammer brought to life by a Zoan type devil fruit.
Oh, but I thought it was fucking I thought it was Vegapunk that figured that shit out, but I guess not.
I
I
don't
guess
know if it was. Well,
this
Vegapunk
is
was the
because
one who like he did like research or like studies on weapons and double fruits, right? Like he isn't he the one who found out that like you can imbue a devil fruit into like a weapon or something, or like a weapon can eat
That's
a
what I'm
devil
saying.
fruit. Yeah, but I don't think he's the one that like. I think that he like discovered it, but like it was a thing, you know.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
for sure.
So,
Because we
but
gotta remember, like back then was like more advanced technology than it was in present day.
true, true, true.
Remember, so yeah. All right, man. Um, yeah, is there anything you wanted to add before we sign out?
I think that was pretty much it. But we got what? We got a break next week, and then followed by 1175, and a lot of One Piece news going on recently. I think the second season of the live action is dropping. Is it in March? Like next month?
I,
I want to say
there's no
so.
way. They're still filming. They're still filming, dude.
No, no,
Dude,
they're
the,
done
the, the
filming.
Sanji the Sanji actor talked about how like he almost died recently.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
pretty
saw that, right?
sure. Yeah, it's gonna start coming out in March 21st, season 2. Oh no, it's at March 10th on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
he said
that's
maybe
coming
he
up.
did. Okay, maybe he was just okay.
Yeah, because all the
Um,
trailers are dropping. There's like a new trailer dropping every single day. All the characters are being released. Like the casting has pretty much been revealed for season 2 now. And maybe we might do like a one-off video where we review some of the trailers because I think that'd be really fun. Because have you seen it? Did you see
yeah.
Laboon? Laboon looks
No, I actually didn't
crazy.
say Laboon. I did see Laboon. I did see no, I might have seen it with Laboon like
Hmm.
on that trailer, but I'm
I
not too
think
sure.
I think one video that maybe we'll record sometime, but we'll see depending on how our schedules align. Is I think us reacting to all the season 2 castings now because I think all of them came out officially. I think that would be a
Yeah.
really fun video for us to do. But that's pretty much it from me. Anything from you before we end it?
Nah, that should be it, man. That should be it. It was always been fun.
Yep, always a pleasure.
It's always been fun. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys if you made it this far. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube video. You can make this a lot. Shout out to everyone that actually like listens. I think we have 34 subscribers now, dude.
Yes, we do.
Oh yes, 34 subs, 34 subs.
Yes,
WWW,
we
W's around.
appreciate every single one of you guys. It's always like every time we actually get a new subscriber, I text Lyle. I'm just like +1, and I feel like
Uh,
it just kind of makes our days a lot of the time. So it's always great seeing that. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out to the fellas. All
Yep.
right, fellas.
Till next week.
Peace out.